I don't know my video ended. So, I poured a half can of diced tomatoes in this. My video keeps ending, I don't know why. And I poured a half a packet of onion mixture in here into my sauce. We're now going to pour a half a jar of tomato basil sauce in with our tomato sauce. Some yellow adobo. And sprinkle all around the top. We're going to use a good amount of onion powder. We're going to use our Italian style herb grinder. We're actually going to turn off our oil and take our last 4 meatballs out of the frying pan. Move our frying pan out the oil so we don't get burnt. Like I already did. We're going to take some Parmesan cheese. Grated Parmesan cheese. Pour a good amount over our meatball and homemade sauce mixture. Some garlic, salt, and parsley. We're going to pour some in there. We're going to use some of our organic freeze-dried parsley. You do not have to use organic. I don't always use organic. I actually bought organic. Oregano. Definitely want to use some oregano. Minced onion. I love using sugar in my homemade sauce. Use a good amount, guys. I'd say about 3 to 4 tablespoons of sugar on your first layer of sauce and meatball mixture. And then you also want to use garlic powder. Remember, garlic salt and garlic powder are 2 different things. Then we're going to use some chicken powder. Made by the same people that do the chicken bouillon cubes, but you don't want to use bouillon cubes in your dish. You want to use extra chicken powder. Just a couple little sprinkles across the top of your first layer of sauce. Okay, we're going to take that. Where is it? With my spoon. There we go. We're going to take our spoon. We're not going to, because you don't want to ruin the meatballs. You're just going to kind of lightly mix the top of that sauce. So it mixes the tomatoes and tomato paste and some of that seasonings and sugar and mixes it in with that tomato sauce that we put in there. Remember, guys, we're making homemade sauce. Then we're going to put our more layers of our meatballs. We're going to layer our meatballs again. Here, babe. Meatballs falling apart. Hey guys, meatballs are in the all in the crock pot. Now, for our last layer of our homemade sauce, guys, we're gonna pour. I'm pouring, as you see, to make our homemade sauce. We already put over our first layer of meatballs. We already poured 2 cans of tomato sauce, but now that's our third. Pouring our fourth. Pour in our 5th. And our 6th. So you want to use 6 cans of tomato sauce. Now, guys, we are going to put the rest of our tomato paste in. Which I use, it's a little can. You don't want a huge can. Remember, in the first layer of sauce, you put, over the first layer of meatballs, we put only 2 teaspoons of it. Sorry, I could have had all of it on one video, but my phone fell in the sauce. Okay. Now we put the last half of the can, because we already put the first half of the diced tomatoes, and over the first layer, we pour the other half of the can over it. Now, we put a good amount of grated Parmesan cheese over this top of this. We pour a good amount of sugar over the top of it, because you don't want your sauce acidy. Like I said, again, that's like equivalent to between 3 to 5, I think it's between more like 4 to 5 tablespoons of sugar. Put garlic powder again. Put a little sprinkle of your chicken powder, literally a little sprinkle, you don't want too much of it. Put some of your organic, you don't have to have organic, but freeze-dried parsley. Any parsley will do. This is just what I put in mine. Garlic, salt, and parsley. There's not much parsley, it's just more garlic, salt. Every homemade sauce should have, I believe it should have some kind of garlic in it. Minced onion. Once a full bottle, it takes forever to get any minced onion. So if your bottle of minced onion is like literally full, give it several shakes. Oregano, you want a good amount of that over the top. You want to use your Italian style herb grinder gun. Go around it with several grinds. Take your red top adobo again. My bottle is barely coming out, so I'm going to hit it because you want to get a few shakes out of it. Then you also pour the other half of your tomato basil sauce, and with your other sauce you just made. Then the last one you put in is your onion powder. Put a good amount. And you just take and stir. Don't stir too hard so you don't break your meatballs. I need my lid from out there. Then guys, you're going to cook this on high for an hour. Then you're going to let it cook on low for about 4 to 5 hours. Then when you're done, you're going to put your meatball, you can do this with whatever. You can put it on spaghetti, goulash. You can, there's for homemade meat sauce, I'll show you the next step later. I actually put it on sub rolls. I put it on sub rolls, and I actually put the shredded cheese over the top, and then Parmesan cheese also. I stick it in the oven. I put it on 400, and I stick it in just enough to melt the cheese. But I'll show you this step later as well. So now we got my crock pot plugged in. I'm gonna put it on high for an hour. All right. I will post these videos, and I will also show you the finished product later. Thank you.